Welcome! I was watching YouTube today, like usual, and I came across a video called Rachel and June Are Boring. For those of you who don't know, Rachel and June is this couple on YouTube that just makes videos about their life, shit they've been up to, cooking, stuff like that. Good old wholesome content, and in the related... Jesus Christ, I can't talk today. In the related section of that video, I found this piece of shit, so I just knew I had to make fun of this guy. So yeah, let's get after it.
Now, my main problem with Rachel and Jun is their videos are so boring. Japanese apartment tour. We hired a Japanese moving company. We're moving.
But how? I mean, I know we both have different tastes, and I don't know what your definition of boring is, but you've got to have some high standards for what entertaining is. I can't even imagine what this dude thinks of oddly satisfying videos if he finds Rachel and June boring.
And for some reason, even though the content is really dull, mundane, and sterile, they managed to get insane amounts of views. Look at this, 2 million, 6.1 million.
You'll notice a common theme throughout this whole video, and it's that he doesn't give any examples, he doesn't try to prove anything, how they're boring, he doesn't try to change our perspective. It's literally him sitting down and ranting for 10 minutes about how he doesn't get as much views as they do.
I don't understand how they get so many views every single time. It's not normal for a channel to get more views.
Because they're likable people, and they're just doing their own thing. I get not liking something, but for you to go on this long, droning video that is only there to be made fun of really just shows that you're just trying to leech some views off of them. Which, I mean, you kinda did, so congratulations, man. And yes, I know this video is a year old, but fuck you, I do what I want.
For example, you take a look at a typical channel like Abroad in Japan, which has 1.3 million subscribers. He doesn't get over 1 million views every time. He gets 200,000 to 400,000 views every time, which is normal. That's the regular amount of views that a channel that size should normally be getting. But for some reason, Rachel and Jun seem to be able to manage to get more views than they have subscribers.
Ah, yes. What a great comparison to make. Did this guy not do research, or was he just so mad? His diapers were so filled with shit that he had to speedrun this video from the amount of views June was getting. People getting more views than their sub count is pretty damn common. It's about as common as raining at night, so I don't know what this guy is getting at.
Every single upload is an amazing viral hit for him. How the hell does he manage to get a viral hit every single upload? Now, for most of us YouTubers, viral hits are very important because it's the easiest way to get explosive growth on your channel. If you don't get viral hits, then your channel, well, frankly, it starts to stagnate and it starts to die.
What an absolutely horrible perspective for online content creation. I'm guessing why this dude hasn't exactly made it big yet, and I know I'm not exactly popping off out there, but I don't make videos for the money or numbers. If you're just doing online shit for the views, then you're not going to go very far, because all of it comes down to luck. You have to have fun while doing it, because if you don't rise to fame, then at least you got something out of it. And unlike this dude's advice, which is literally try to get viral videos, so throw away your personality and become the Dobre brothers, I guess.
Presents for my wife. Blueberry cheesecake, homemade yogurt. Taking my cats for a walk. 3.6 million people wanted to see him take his cats for a walk.
Yeah, says the guy giving out social anxiety advice.
There are loads and loads of other Japanese, Japan-related channels, and they don't get anywhere near the views that Rachel and Jun get.
Yeah, what about it, pussy boy? Are you just mad that they get more views than the average Japanese YouTuber? I don't get it. What are you getting at here? This video is titled Rachel and June Are Boring, and at no point do you say how or why they are. Or you don't even say why you think they are. It's just you bitching about how many views they get. I don't exactly see you going out shitting on 5-minute crafts because their shit makes no sense, and it's actually more boring than watching paint dry, and they pop off, so...
Take Abroad in Japan, for example. He makes way better, higher quality content than Rachel and Jun do.
What is your definition of high quality? You must have gotten it straight out of a dictionary that was written by a dude overdosing on ketamine. I don't know if you've watched any of their videos, but most of their cooking shit is pretty high quality to me. I mean, they have great drone shots, awesome editing, and they teach you something in the end, how to make food. Not to mention the fact that this guy has the worst editing I've ever seen.
Subscribers. For example, channel, well, frankly, it starts to stack soon. It will get 5 million views, pushing out their videos every time. Another thing,
even in 2020, yeah, it's not like this was made in 2001. This was a year ago. He must have speed ran this shit in iMovie or something. I don't get it.
is that upload frequency is absolutely appalling. They make maybe 1 or 2 videos every couple of months.
You wanna know why? Because their videos take time to make. This guy is mad because they get views with an upload schedule that's worse than my sleep schedule. And he still fails to realize that the time taken to make the videos actually pays off. That's why they pop off on views. Because it's enjoyable to watch, you know, it's high quality, not according to this guy apparently, and, you know, it's pretty damn relaxing if I do say so myself. Let's take a look at this example he decided to give us. The older video says, "We hired a Japanese moving company," and then the newer one says, "Japanese apartment tour." Does this guy expect these two dudes to be Superman and Supergirl? Moving houses takes time, and you can't exactly sit down and make videos during that.
Yeah, either they're really busy, or they're really lazy. I can make 8 videos in a week.
Yeah, it's because they're busy, at least you're somewhat self-conscious. If you can actually sit down and make 8 videos in a week, then you need to get out more. I know I'm not exactly the type of guy to go outside anymore, mainly because of COVID, but goddamn. Have you ever heard of diminishing returns also? I'm guessing not, and you strike me as the type of guy who thinks uploading every day will guarantee internet fame, so I know you don't know how to spell diminishing, so let me tell you. It's when the more effort you put into something, the smaller the profits become over time. Yeah, you know what, let me put that in caveman terms so that you can understand. If they upload once every week, the views they get will slowly go down over time. That's pretty much all there is to it, because, you know, viewer retention goes down if, you know, the shit is not entertaining. The reason they take, like, so many months to push out videos is because they require a lot of effort, and that effort usually results in higher quality videos. Unlike this guy with his horrible splices and jump cuts. Like, I know I do jump cuts all the time, but goddamn, at least make it line up properly.
For it just kind of feels like they don't care about their channels and they're just doing it on a whim, as a hobby, as a side thing.
Ah, yes, that's the conclusion most sane people will come to. This is the absolute worst mindset you can possibly have, especially if you want to get into internet content creation shit. Always, 100% of the time, do YouTube or Twitch or whatever you want as a hobby. Do not expect your shit to just pop off, because most of the time it doesn't, and most of the time it won't. You can make fucking Marvel Cinematic Studio levels of shit, but if Susan Wabbajack decides to put a strap on and fucking raw dog you in the ass, then you're not gonna get anywhere.
Like watching a human being interact with a robot. Rachel is like a stereotypical loud, energetic, hyperactive American person who's bouncing off of the walls, and Jun is just basically like a piece of wood who barely has any emotional reaction to anything Rachel says.
You gotta appreciate how he covered their faces, as if he's like afraid he's gonna get into trouble if he shows them. Also, I like how he talks about how Jun's a robot and how Rachel is this ecstatic woman. Like, shit, man, do you not know what a personality is? I'm guessing not, because it seems like you're the type of guy to not have one, but Jesus Christ.
He attaches a leash to his cat and walks it around outside in public and takes it for bike rides, placing it in the basket at the front of his bicycle, which is just so weird.
You can pretty much question everything he says here that just circles right back to slapping his flaccid dick, such as, does this guy not understand, like, how people function, what people do? I'm not fucking Japanese, and I've never been to Japan, but from what I've seen and read, it's pretty damn normal to walk your cat on a leash and take it outside. I'm pretty sure Japanese people really like cats, actually. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's true. Taking your cat in a bike basket isn't weird either. I mean, what else are you gonna put in the bike basket? It's not like he's bringing fucking briefcase with a nuclear football in it. It's like, does this guy also think putting a laptop in a backpack and not in a laptop case is weird? I don't know what his argument is here, but we're just gonna keep on going.
A review of Rachel and Jun would be around 2.5 out of 10. They do not make interesting content, they're not interesting as people, and they do not deserve the insane amount of views that they easily get.
This whole video is just him trying to give a half-assed excuse to hate Rachel and June just because of their numbers, their view count. You know, I'm a dude who is a strong believer in not needing an excuse to hate something. For example, I hate ripped jeans. I don't know why, I don't have a reason to hate them, I just don't like them. And I hate when people ask me, oh, why don't you like this? It's like, shit, man, I just don't like it, jeez. But, you know, this guy's reason is literally because they get views. Waterproof argument. Watertight. Bulletproof. Did I just say waterproof? God, I just merged the two things. Whoops.
Every single time. It's like they don't even put effort into making videos, they just wash some pots and pans, boom, 1.6 million views. Whilst the rest of us who don't have friends who work at YouTube have to struggle along getting crappy views.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Welcome to the internet, by the way. That's how this shit works. This guy has to be so disconnected to think that people are dumb enough to pursue internet content creation with the mindset of, I'm gonna become famous, I'm gonna get 100 million subscribers, 10 billion views. You do realize that most people do YouTube as a hobby, right? Especially people who are getting no views, like me. I don't do this shit, well, I do this shit for fun. I don't intend on making money. I don't exactly plan on making it big, because there's a very small chance of that happening. So, it's not like all of these smaller Japanese creators are just they threw everything away to pursue internet creation. You do realize they do other things, right? And then for like the last couple of minutes, it's just his parody of June washing pots and pans, so that's awesome. It's pretty much like a child throwing water around in a bathtub, and then there's like fucking random impromptu dance clips that get spliced in for no reason at all. And this guy wonders why he doesn't get as many views as June does. I don't know if this video is satire or not, but I'm assuming no, since he hid the comments and the like ratio is not there. Speaking of that, I'm going to pop one of these bad boys down there. So I went to his second most viewed video, and I guess everyone had the same idea, because 89,000 dislikes is not exactly something to scoff at. You have to go out of your way to get that many dislikes. I think it's actually harder than getting likes. And, you know, this video is literally him damn near projectile vomiting because he can't handle VR. So, I mean, the comments are still here, and it's just people making fun of him, pretty much. So that's awesome. Anyways, I have a hard time believing this dude is joking, because it seems like he's literally just mad because June and Rachel get more views than he does. His whole argument, this entire video, can be summed up as, Rachel and June is sucking someone's dick over at YouTube because they get big view numbers and other people get not so big view numbers, and I'm mad because they have more views. Real shit video. I don't know what he was trying to convey with his magnum opus of a speech here, but yeah, that's about it. Take it easy, everyone.